Good morning, students. I, Mrs. Mohini, your science teacher. I am welcoming you all for the first online session. Today, we are going to start our first chapter, that is Life on Earth. Before starting this chapter, I would like to give a small introduction about what is Earth and how life came on it. Children, many years ago, when the Earth was formed, it was very hot. Rain and thunderstorm cooled the outer portion and then life started to originating on Earth. Our Earth is only planet which supports life. It is neither too hot nor too cold. It has 21% of oxygen in its atmosphere which is suitable for sustaining life. Its temperature is very suitable for life, and Earth has a central core, a rocky mountain mantle and a solid crust. So let us start our chapter. In chapter Our Earth of class 6th, you had read that all living organisms, plants and animals have three basic requirements. No organism can survive without this. These three essential things are food, water and air. So you all know that the essential things for survival of living beings are food, water and air. Why do organisms need these things? Write in your own words. You may also consult your 6th book. Organisms live in different types of environment. Some live on land and some live in water. Organisms on land are also of different kinds. Organisms easily get essential things required for living in most places on the earth, and they live in such places in large number. So, in our earth, different types of organisms are there. Some live on land and some live in water. Organisms which are living on land, they are of different kinds. Some living in groups and some are in smaller forms. So organisms who are getting essential things easily in some places, there they are living in large number, means in groups. On the other hand, there are some places on earth where living conditions are very harsh. Desert is one such place. In the desert, there is sand everywhere and water is scarce. There are no shady trees in the deserts and the days are very hot. Nights are very cold as sand gets cold during night. So students, there are some places on our earth where the life is too hard, like desert. In desert, nights are very cold and days are very hot because sand is getting hot in the day very easily. So in the desert, life is very hard. In the same way, in the cold region such as north and south poles, on the peak of mountains there is always snow and these regions are very cold. A very small number of organisms are found in such harsh conditions. Students, so in the colder regions such as North Pole and South Poles and on the peak of mountain there is always snow and there is too much cold for the survival of living beings. So there are very small number of organisms found over there. You have read about the geographical condition in your district and state. Our district is Durg and our state is Chhattisgarh. You know that different types of environment are found in different parts of Chhattisgarh. Some parts of the state are plains, others have mountains, some have lakes and some have dense forest. So in our Chhattisgarh also different types of places are found. So according to that, organisms are surviving. Our country is much bigger than Chhattisgarh. A lot of diversity is found in the environment of our country. India is surrounded by oceans on three sides, that you already know that our India is surrounded by oceans on three sides, and in the north there are Himalayas mountains. Himalayas is a range of many small and big mountains. You all know that Himalaya is a range of very big and small mountains. These small mountains have dense forest and the high mountain peaks are covered with snow. So small mountains are covered with a dense forest, small trees and medicinal plants and some other things, and big mountains are covered with snow. A part of Rajasthan is desert. There are vast plains in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So in this paragraph, it has been shown that our country is having different types of places. Sometimes somewhere it is mountains, somewhere it is desert, somewhere it is plains and valleys. If we look at the whole earth, we find a greater variety of environments. You would have read that earth has two poles, north and south. Both these poles are very cold and their surface is always covered with snow. Apart from these, huge oceans, vast deserts, dense forests, mountains, plains, etc. are found on the surface of earth. I already told you that our earth is very diverse. It has very vast deserts, dense forests, mountains, plains, etc. Huge oceans also. So coming to the next, you know that organisms are connected to each other through food chain. What is food chain, students? In last classes I taught you that food chain is the series of chain in which higher organisms are eating the lower organism. Means smaller organisms are being eaten by the bigger organisms. So a food chain always begins with a plant. Why with the plant? Because plant is own producer. It is the only producer in the world which is producing its own food. Can you tell why? Let's now travel around different types of environments and find out the condition in which plants and animals live, their relation with each other, and from where and how do they get things required for life. Let us first go to the environment most familiar to us, that is our own surrounding. What is our own surrounding? Which is from where we are near. You would also have seen peepal tree growing from the walls of old houses, monuments, etc. These trees get plenty of oxygen from the air for respiration, and carbon dioxide present in the air helps in making their food. But where do you get water and minerals from? Can you guess? So students, sometimes you have seen that trees are going from the walls, that is peepal tree, somewhere it is going from the wall, and these trees get plenty of oxygen and air for respiration and carbon dioxide which helps in making their own food. But where will you have ever imagined that where do these trees get water and minerals from? Actually, these trees get water and minerals from the nature. Whenever the rain falls, these trees are getting that. Can you think and write a food chain begin with peepal tree? So this will be your activity you have to do by yourself. You might have seen that often in the grains of wheat and rice, small insects called weevil, that is ghoon, are found. These insects easily get air and food, but how do they get water? Lizard, goon and other animals are not seen drinking water because they get sufficient water from the food they eat, and thus they do not need to drink water. So students, you might have seen that in the sack of rice and wheat, sometimes you are seeing that black small insects are there that are called ghoon. They don't need water. Why they don't need water? Because they have sufficient water from the food whatever they eat. So, can you make a food chain in which there is a weevil, ghoon? So, try to make a food chain by your own, starting and involve ghoon in that, okay? Try to find out from where do plants and animals around you get food, air and water. We will now go to the historical city of Jaisalmer in the state of Rajasthan. Jaisalmer is in the middle of a desert, and when we come out of the city, we find sand all around. There are thorny bushes in some places of big trees. A tree similar to babul, kejri, is found in abundance in Rajasthan. Apart from this, cactus, that is called nagfani, and Rajasthani grass are also found. These plants are the first links of food chain here. So students, in the desert in the Rajasthan, there is sand all over the places. So in this tree, water is very scarce. So that type of adaptation is there for the trees and animals. So they are like that, like for example babul tree and cactus, they are very thorny. Why? The leaves are modified into thorns. Okay, so they are the first links to food chain. During the day it is sunny and so hot that no animals can be seen. In the evening, many small and big animals come out in search of food. So during the day it is very hot because sand gets hot very quickly, so no animals are coming out. But in the evening when the sand cools down, all the animals are coming out for the search of their food. Desert lizards eat insects walking on the sand, and the rats who make burrows in sand also come out in search of food. Hawks and owls prey on these lizards and rats. So actually this is the food chain, that smaller organisms are eaten by the bigger organisms. That is lizards are eaten by the owls and hawks. Foxes live in the desert also hunt these rats and birds. Many organisms are found even in dry environment like a desert. These organisms are also linked with each other in many ways, forming multiple food chain. So students, today we have read about the food chain, that is the chain in which the smaller organisms are eaten by the bigger organism, and why they are doing like this, for their survival. Okay, so here we are ending our today's explanation, and for today you have to as an assignment you have to draw one well defined food chain. Let us have one quick short revision of what we have learned today. Many years ago, when the earth was formed, it was very hot, like a ball of fire. Rain and thunderstorm cooled the outer portion of the earth, and different forms of life started to originate on the earth. Different forms of life means microorganisms, plants, animals, human beings, etc. Our earth is also called unique planet because it supports life. It is in the third place in our solar system, that is neither too far from the sun nor too close to the sun. You can see in the picture that earth is in the green zone. Green zone means the zone which supports life. There are the places in a world where life is too hard to survive, that is desert. Scarcity of water is there, hardly organism get any food over there. Oceans and snowfall area. Snowfall area means the area which is covered with snow almost all the year. This picture shows the Himalaya mountain ranges, which is in our north, where the small mountains are covered with the trees and big mountains are covered with the snow almost all the year. Here you can see in this picture that small mountains are covered with trees. Nextly, we learnt about the weevil. Weevil means the small bug, small insects found in our food grains. These animals don't need any water because they get water from whatever they eat. Food chain. A food chain is a series of organisms that depend on each other for their food. You can see in this chain that our primary, all the consumers are there except trees. Trees are called producer, rest all the organisms are consumers. Here's the end of explanation. For science, you have to make 200 pages practical copy, and in that copy you have to draw food chain of your choice. Next class we'll learn more about the life on earth. Till then, goodbye.